Welcome back, fellow pipe smokers, at the green table for another episode of the Vintage and Retro Pipe series. What you see here are three pipes by BC, Butz Choquin, the French brand that sadly is no more since a few years when they had to close down due to financial reasons. The pipe on the right I've shown already in a previous video. It's a replica of the first pipe the company ever manufactured. It's called Origine, Metz. This is the 9mm filter version. It was the last iteration of this pipe. As I said, I have shown this before. But as you see here, I managed to snatch an even older replica of the first pipe. It is stamped Metz Origine Sauclaude number 2 on the shank. It has a red stain, sandblasted, and as you see, it's one of those very rare, beautiful sandblastings where you see the rings of the grain. At least on this side. On the other side, it turns into a more chaotic pattern. And I did find this pipe at a very tiny tobacconist, a place where people just walk in, grab their newspapers and a pack of cigarettes. And this tobacconist is around for a very, very long time, directly after World War II. And in the past, it seems they have sold a lot of pipes because they have still some old stock pipes. So I don't know how old this pipe is. Let's start with the mouthpiece, as usual. This one here looks like nacre. I have looked up this word because I didn't know what it is in English, but I guess it's acrylic. Translucent. It goes down to the same nickel band this newer pipe has. The stem is white with a slightly yellow stain, some swirls in it, and if you compare it, it is thicker and it is slightly bent. It isn't perfect straight. So I am really not sure if this is an original bone or some kind of plastic. It is possible that it's bone, but I can't really see the difference. Again, you have an army mount. This metal part goes in here. It's not silver, it's nickel. It's filterless, as opposed to this pipe. It was really dusty and looked dull when I purchased it, for very, very little money, I have to say. I put on a little beard oil that I use almost daily, based on tea tree oil. And this oil is the best to get out this dirt that struck within rusticated or sandblasted, on the surface of sandblasted pipes. So it almost looks like new. You see the inside, it has no coating. And if you put the finger inside, it has a very strange drilling. It appears as there's a bulge in the bottom of the pipe. And I did read that this was unique for these Butz Choquin origin pipes. As I said, I don't know how old this is, but my guess is at least from the 80s or earlier. I have never smoked this pipe. It wasn't just the right time and the right moment to get it done. So as a comparison, it's also a little shorter. Yeah, and now to this one here. It's a vintage retro pipe, to be correct. It's an old pipe, so it is vintage, but it was made back then to resemble a pipe design that is much, much older. It's an Butz Choquin Sauclaude L'Ancien model. L'Ancien means the ancient one. So again, let's start with the mouthpiece. It has the same shape as the other two, but this here is real horn. It shows signs of wear. This pipe has been smoked as I purchased it. It has BC for Butz Choquin stamped on it. It goes down to the same nickel band the other two pipes have. Again, you have this white shank, and you can see it in comparison. It has even more of this yellowish stain. Maybe because the pipe has been smoked, maybe because it's bone as opposed to the others. I'm not sure. It's also not straight, it's slightly bent. Something I highly appreciate, this pipe has still the original decoration on it. A green band that is also slightly discolored because of age to wooden pearls with this stuff on it. I don't know how to call it. Again, it has a metallic army mount that just struck in here in another horn or pone piece. Now to the most interesting part, the bowl or the head of the pipe. As you see, the camera focusing, it has a wonderful grain, contrast stained, I'd say. Of course, as I said, it has been smoked, it has some age. And this pipe shape is actually a real classic one. It goes back to one of the earliest wooden pipe designs. Pipes with such bowls were made in the German region of Ulm. Not from briarwood, mostly of local woods, roots. Whatever the carvers seemed fit and was proven to be smokable. And as you notice, the shape resembles a black powder bottle, or is it called a pouch? The soldiers and hunters used back in the day. When they filled their pistols or rifles with black powder, the black powder was stored in these special, I don't know how to call it. And they decided it's a good idea to use basically the same shape for pipes again. It has a silver cap, silver lid. It was completely eroded. It still isn't smooth, the surface, so I probably have to clean it again. It also doesn't close anymore. As you see, it's opening up again. But this isn't a pipe you would take with you anyhow. More for decorational purposes or to smoke at home. As you see, it has been smoked. I did not fire it up because, same with this pipe, it wasn't the right time and the right moment to do so. But one of the guys here on YouTube did a restoration of such a pipe and put it for sale. And I can tell you, if you find such a pipe, it usually isn't cheap. I did find it on the bay for a very, very, very reasonable price, so I had to snatch it, and it fits the collection perfectly. I don't know when this was manufactured. If any of you has any information on this, please let me know. But I assume it's pre-80s. And I don't know a single maker who is making such massive pipes at the moment. So, we have a retro pipe, a vintage retro pipe, and a pipe that's probably in between. Hope you enjoyed the video. Not much new information that I can present to you. As I said, you can watch the previous video where I presented this one with a little information on the Butz Choquin brand. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Cheers.